Hi everyone, my name is Trisha and welcome back to my channel. And yes, that's me. So guys, for today's video, I am going to talk about how to apply a work permit in the Netherlands, or how can I get a work permit in Netherlands. So those are the questions that I've been receiving more often. And also in my channel, I'm reading a lot of questions about this topic, and now I decided to make a video about it. Now the question is, yes, how can you actually apply for a work permit in Netherlands? Now let's talk about this country. How's the situation when it comes to employment? So is there a lot of job? Is there many job vacancies that offers to non-EU people? So when it says non-EU people, they are like the third country nationals, they are the Asians. So actually a country who are not in EU or in Schengen area. So they are non-EU, from the word non-EU. So are the non-EU nationals allowed to work in the Netherlands? Of course, you can. So like me, I'm non-EU and I'm working here, but there are conditions, there are so many things to consider before a non-EU can apply here. So if we're going to ask, is there a lot of job vacancies in the Netherlands? Yes, a lot. So there are like plenty of jobs. So when it comes to employment, when it comes to job into the Netherlands, there is no problem about it. Job is everywhere. You can always find a job in just a day. So if I'm going to compare like how is Malta and the Netherlands, so here is more job offers, and also salary offer is far way better than in Malta. Though in Malta there's also a lot of job openings there, there's a lot of job offers, but here if I'm going to compare, there is a really big huge difference, so a lot of difference between these countries. So now let's focus about the Netherlands since I am here. So in Netherlands, guys, there are so many jobs about hotels. For example, waiters, waitress, housekeepers, name it, they have it. So factories, nurses, caregivers, and everything. So in the Netherlands, they are prioritizing the EU people, the Dutch people, and the people who are exempted to work without the need of work permit. So they are exempted to work, so they can work without the need of work permit. So these are the three people or three kinds of people living in this country who are in the first priority list before they can apply for a third country national. So the employer, they need to offer first the job vacancy to a Dutch people, and second to the EU people, and third to those people who are allowed to work into the Netherlands without the need of papers, without the need of work permits. So meaning to say they are exempted from work permit, that they can work freely anytime they want. So maybe you have a question, then who are those people? I'm going to tell you later how to get this kind of permit. So I'm going also to discuss in one of my videos. For now, I'm going to share you on how exactly the employer can apply for a single work permit to a single person. So when she offers this job to the first priority, that's the time that after he offered and he think that there's not enough applicants between those or among those first priority, then that's the time that he needs to hire a non-EU people. So the first thing he must do is offer the job to the first priority, and second, he need to have proof of advertisement that he publish publicly the job offer that he's looking for. And for example, he needs some factory workers, for example. So he need to offer first to the Dutch people, to the EU national, and to those people who can work freely here. And he need to advertise also, like for example, in social media, in any recruitment form that it's public. And then if you think there's no enough people who can apply for this, he can hire non-EU people. So what are the requirements of hiring non-EU people? So like I said, so he need to prove that he made an effort to find those first priority applicant. He need to prove an effort that he put advertisement about the job opening, and then he going to consider on hiring non-EU people. So these non-EU people, they should have at least a minimum of 3 years experience. So that is really standard in all over the EU. So why we need a 3 years experience? Because the non-EU people are, they are not allowed to work freely into any other EU country. So the requirements is they need to prove that they have sufficient experience. Now, what if you don't have experience? So let's say, for example, I don't have experience, or at least I don't have that enough years of experience. Then at least you have educational background to that position you're applying for. For example, you are applying like a, like for example, quality control. So you need to have a 3 years experience as quality control, or if you have less than three experience, then at least you have an educational background related as a quality control, or you have a training, or you have a certificate, things like that. And after that, your employer can apply your single work permit into the IND. So the IND stands for Imigrasi and Naturalisasi Dienst. So meaning to say, this is like the Immigration and Naturalization Department. So if it is in Malta, it's called Identity Malta. So in the Netherlands, it's called IND. So Immigration and Naturalization Service or Department. But before an employer can apply for your single work permit, the employer should be a recognized company by the IND. So does it mean? So meaning to say they should accredited by the IND as an company or as a employer, so they can able to sponsor your work permit. And how can your employer apply for this? So he has two options. So the employer can apply for a single work permit if they are recognized, and the other one if they are not recognized sponsor. Now, let's talk about the recognized sponsor by the IND. The recognized sponsor or employers are those who are accredited by the IND, and once they undergone the registration or the accreditation, they can immediately apply your work permit. And once your work permit has been approved, you can now apply for your visa, because your employer will send to you the result of the approval of your work permit. So if for sure you are not yet in the Netherlands, so your employer will going to send you the result, and you need to go to a Dutch embassy or VFS Global to apply for your working visa with all the supporting documents that your employer has given to you. And when you arrive into the Netherlands, you need to apply, or you need to register into the municipality, or in a Dutch language, it's called gemeente. So you need to register there as a resident, because since you are working in the Netherlands, so you need to register as a resident or immigrant, so that you can able to pay your taxes, and then you can able to open your Dutch bank account. So after the registration of BSN, so you get a unique number, that is your BSN, your Burger Service Number. So that is your social security number, which is your identity. So this is your identification for everything. So this is like a one-time number, and you can use it for a lifetime. So you cannot re-register again, and you cannot get a new BSN again. So only once. So you only get this number once, and it's a permanent number. So you can use as long as you are staying into the Netherlands. So upon getting this number, you can actually now open your Dutch bank account. So why it's important? Because in the Netherlands, guys, everything is through bank account. So you cannot get your salary through cash. Unlike in Malta, they are paying it like a cash, or sometimes they pay it through a check. So, and we need to take out our salary into the bank like that. And also there is also an salary through ATM or through your bank card. But in the Netherlands, there is only one system of paying the salary. So it's only through bank. So when you live into the Netherlands, you actually most of the time spending and using transaction or payments through your card. So before, when I live in Malta, I always have a cash in my wallet. So I always pay, buy and everything, and I pay cash. So when I start to live in the Netherlands, I almost don't have any cash in my pocket or in the wallet because I'm only using card in every transaction. I buy to the grocery and everything. So whatever you do, whenever you go, you always have to pay your card. And also, guys, paying your card or receiving your salary through card, that is what they call white job, meaning to say it's registered. You are paying tax and it's legal. And the other way is black job, which in they pay you cash, of course. This is like illegal and it's not acceptable because once you get caught, then you also pay a fine, and of course you have to face the consequences. So once you have your BSN, once you have your Dutch bank account, and you can also go to gemeente or municipality, and you can have your TB test, plus you can have your chickenpox test, so or the measles, something like that. So once it's done, then you will get your ID card. And when you get your ID card, you can now actually start working into the Netherlands. Now, there are so many questions asking like, can I work into the Netherlands without the approval of my work permit yet? So the answer is no. You cannot work, you cannot start working as a third country national as in 9 EU if you don't have approval, because like I said, you need to undergo those steps in order to work. So first you need to have your work permit, and then after that you need to get your visa. And when you arrive to Netherlands, apply for your BSN, apply for your bank account, and after that go for medical TB test and test for chickenpox or measles, something like that. And then you can get your ID card, and finally you can start working. Now, I forgot to say, when you're applying your Dutch bank account, you also need your contract from your employer, so they will gonna open your bank account, and there you can receive your salary, because most of the banks, they don't accept if you don't have a contract. So on my next video, guys, I'm going also to tell you tips on how to open a Dutch bank account, and I'm going to share you my experience when I open my bank account here in the Netherlands. Now, what if the employer is not recognized? Are they able to sponsor or to apply for a work permit for an EU national? Is yes, they can still apply, but first they need to register or be accredited by the IND. So this costs around 4,000 to 5,000 euro. Then the employer, they need to register their company as a recognized sponsor so that they can able to sponsor or apply your work permit. And once they are recognized, the same process, they can apply for your work permit and you can come to the Netherlands. So that is the process on the side of the employer. First, they need to offer to a Dutch national, to EU national, and to those people living into the Netherlands. So they are the always priority. And if they cannot find any of those, then they will need to hire non-EU people, providing that they meet the requirements, especially being recognized sponsors or being accredited by the IND. And yes, guys, I would like to say that not all companies or not all sponsors or employers in the Netherlands is a recognized sponsor. So why? Because it's really hassle. They have to pay a lot of money, plus they need a lot of paperwork just to hire one um, non-EU people. That's why they always prefer to hire EU people, Dutch people, because those people, they don't need a work permit. They don't need to register the company as a recognized in order to hire them, because those people, they are exempted and they can work freely into the Netherlands, so they don't need a work permit. The EU national is since they are in EU, so they have their EU passport in their own country. For example, Italy, Portugal, Spain, anything or any country that is in EU or the European Union or Schengen, they can work freely in each other's country. So within the EU, they can work freely. They don't need actually the work permit. So when they wish to work here, they can just come here, register to the gemeente. They need to get their BSN and their Dutch bank account, and after that they can start working. So that is so easy as that. So that is the side of the EU. And the Dutch people, of course, is their country, so they can just work straight away. And the people who are exempted from working or for a work permit, they just need to show their ID card, and in the back of their ID card, it shows there that they can work freely without the need of work permit. So meaning to say they don't also need a recognized sponsor or everything. So they just show their ID card, and then they will get a contract, they have a BSN and open the bank account, and they can work. So yes guys, next videos, I have a lot of videos. I'm going to discuss on how I find my employer and how can I work here in the Netherlands freely, or do I need some kind of papers and everything. I will going to share you. I'm going to discuss on my next videos those experience that I have, because like I said, I will only share you in my videos the experiences, or at least the thing that I personally experience. And I will going to share also, if I don't experience it yet, I'm going to research well, and I have to make a video and to share to all of you. But yes guys, like 99% of my videos are based on my real experience. So yes guys, now not all employers, like I said, are recognized sponsor that they can able to apply for your work permit, or they can sponsor you through employment. Now what if the employer is not recognized by the IND but they want to hire you? So in this case, there's a lot of employers who are going into the Bureau, or they call it in the Dutch language Bureau, or contractor in English, or agency. So those agency, they are not like a normal recruitment agency way back in your country. For example, if you are from India, if you are from Philippines, if you are from Nepal, or wherever, it's not the agency in your country. It's the agency or the contractor that is here in the Netherlands. So they are connected with employers. So actually, those employers, they are the clients of these contractors. And the contractors, they are going to hire the non-EU people, because most of the contractors are recognized sponsor. Not of them, but at least, let's say, 85% of the contractors are recognized by the IND. So they can apply your work permit in behalf of the employer. So now, if you are hired through a contractor or an agency, then your employer is the contractor and not the company itself that you're going to work for. So you are hired, and your employer is the contractor and not the company that you're going to work. And also guys, not only non-EU people who are applying for contractors or to the agencies, also the European people, also the Dutch people, and also the people who can work here, they are also working through a contractor. So I already experienced that. So when I was working in way back in Amsterdam, so I was in hotel supervisor there. So I was working in hotel, and I work in a hotel, but the hotel is not my employer directly. So I work in a contractor. So that's the example. I'm going to share also this separate experience. I have a lot of things to discuss actually, guys. So I'm going to share you one by one. And now the question is, how can this sponsor, or I mean the contractor can sponsor you? So how they can actually apply your work permit, how can they find them, how to apply them? So that's the question, and I'm going to answer that and make a separate video on my next vlog soon. I'm going to upload it really soon. So stay tuned and keep watching my channel, and I'm going to discuss this next topic about the agency contractors or outside bureaus, and how can we apply them? Is it easy to apply it? Is it easy to find them? How they apply your work permit, and how's the process? I will going to discuss to you everything, and of course also my experience working in outside bureau. I will going to share you guys how I found them. So what is the easiest to go apply directly or whatever. So a lot of things, guys, that I'm going to share, or a lot of topics and videos are coming. So stay tuned on my channel and keep watching, keep liking and subscribing. And also if you have a comment, please put in the comment section and I'm going to give a heart. So meaning to say I read it. I cannot reply one by one to all of you guys because you are a lot. So you know what, but I'm giving a like heart, meaning to say I already note, and I'm planning to discuss all those questions in my live video, and I'm going to plan this live video like I said in my previous video, the last video that I have uploaded. So yes, guys, if you also want to be part of my perks, so just click join on my channel, and the benefits that you're going to get is I will always prioritize the people who are in my channel membership. So I can immediately see you if you are a membership, if you are in that membership. So you are always my priority replying your comments, and also maybe I will going to send you a personal message also in any questions. So those are the benefits of membership in my channel. So if you wish to purchase, if you wish to get it, it's up to you guys, so you can always decide by yourself. So I'm just opening this chance. So if you like it, just click join and see what is best suits for you. So yes, guys, that's all for today's vlog, and thank you so much for watching and joining me in for today's video. And those who are keep on subscribing, those who are keep on watching and liking my videos, thank you so much. Please don't forget to share, like, and comment. And yes, guys, that's all for today, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.